Tenda N3 is one of the cheapest wireless routers you can find, and it is highly capable for the most home and small office Wi-Fi needs. N3 runs on wireless and standards and offers speeds up to 150 Mbps on connected devices. This tiny and lightweight router can also be used as a wireless access point to extend your existing wireless network and increase the network strength at the dead points. Inside the box, you get the installation disc, the user manual in English, with all the details on how you can physically set up the network and later on configure it using the web utility. The next thing we have is a power adapter of a very standard quality. And here is the Tenda N3 itself, which is made of pretty average quality of plastic and is pretty lightweight. As the most routers sit at one place, the quality of material shouldn't be a big issue considering it's a super budget Wi-Fi router. You have Tenda logo embossed in white, and at the bottom you have some serial numbers and technical information. On the sides you have big vents to keep the router cool, however it always stays warmer even after 15 minutes of usage. It doesn't get hotter than that, meaning you shouldn't worry about the heating issues in long term. The backside has single WAN port for connecting your cable or fiber internet. The only limitation here is the single Ethernet port to physically connect your PC or laptop. But in case you have such requirements in future, you can extend the LAN ports using a network switch. Apart from this, you have a power socket and the reset button at the back side. The single antenna is attached to the router and it cannot be removed or changed. So this is all about the router itself, and the last thing you get in the box is this LAN cable. You get a single state indicator on the top side as this router does not support advanced features like WPS encryption. So let's check out how to set up the router. The setup is extremely easy for Tenda N3 150N. Once the cables are all set up, just type in 192.168.0.1 in your browser. The default username and password are admin, and shockingly it's written on the web interface itself. Not a very secure choice unless you change the default password of your router, so make sure you change it. If your internet provider has a username password, select PPPoE and enter the credentials here. You can set up the Wi-Fi access security key right here, or you can go ahead and change it in the advanced settings with more details. If everything is done right, you will see the status as connected and you are ready to use your Wi-Fi at home. If you are a bit nerd, you can go ahead and play with Tenda N3's advanced settings. You can change the SSID and separate the network bandwidth into primary and secondary SSID. You can definitely change the wireless channels, backup or restore router settings, and allow remote management and everything else you can expect from a basic router. What impressed me the most is super easy to use quality of service options. To limit the bandwidth usage of individual devices, you can select the IP address or IP range and limit the usage by assigning maximum or minimum bandwidth allowance. This task is very tricky to achieve in most routers unless you are on a custom firmware like DDWRT. So very convenient network controlling experience considering it's a low-end wireless router. More than this, you get advanced applications like universal plug and play, port forwarding, static routing and GDNS. Also, you get security features like MAC, clanch or URL filters to restrict or permit the access. I experienced a very good range on this router for around 700 to 800 square feet apartment. The range starts to decrease significantly, but if placed in the middle, you can easily use this router in a 1000 square feet apartment. There are no performance issues in the network and it pretty much delivers everything that we can expect from a budget router. The speeds are up to 150 Mbps as promised, and for just Rs 650, this little device is a great first wireless router for home and small office needs. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more reviews. Thanks for watching Digital Conqueror.